So, hello everyone. Today, with my group, we're gonna present you the M&A deal between Microsoft and LinkedIn. And to start off, we're gonna do a brief introduction of the technological sector. So, perfect. So, as we know, Microsoft is a multinational technology company, and LinkedIn a social network oriented to business use company, and therefore they are both into the technological sector in which they operate, and that they are both located in the US, so especially working in the US industry technological sector. So in 2016, when the deal took place between both companies, the market share of the tech industry was led worldwide by three US corporations, and as we know, that was Apple, secondly followed by Alphabet, and then Microsoft. So, as we know, the technological sector has many particularities, starting with the fact that the degree of intangibility of the assets is very high, which often makes valuation difficult and causes very high prices to be paid for acquisitions within the industry. Moreover, it is an industry that is constantly innovating and offering new solutions. For example, in 2016, everything that had to do with artificial intelligence and machine learning was highly valued. I think it is also really important to say that the technology sector is very active in terms of M&A, since it is an industry where new, very interesting companies are constantly emerging from large corporations, and this can be especially reflected in companies such as Alphabet or Microsoft itself, uh, since both generates revenues from different sources or company that they have acquired throughout their history. And as we know, talking about Microsoft, it is a company that is always reinvesting in its that has a redistributive policy, and that is reinvesting its earnings into acquisitions of new companies, mainly in the computer service industry. So to end up briefly with the sector, as we know, and as I said before, the technology is always evolving and is highly competitive, doing many M&A acquisitions. And to give you an overview of the technology sector and what it represents, it has a market capitalization of $9.1 trillion in 2020, which represents a bit more than 24% of the S&P 500, which is the first sector. So that is really considerable and really growing. So furthermore, we are going to do an analysis of the acquiring company. So here, Microsoft. Microsoft, what are they? Microsoft is the leading seller of computer software and hardware for computer, mobile, gaming systems. We know that its headquarters are located in Redmond, Washington, and that nowadays it operates in more than 60 countries with approximately 40,000 employees. So the main part of of Microsoft business remains in the US, as it is doing 52% of the sales on the American soil. So to give you a bit the history of Microsoft, it was founded in 1975 when one of the first computer system was created, the Altair 8800. And Microsoft was created by Bill Gates and Paul Allen. How did they do that? They basically converted the basic, like beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction code into a popular mainframe computer programming language for the use of this computer. The following year, they improved and they created other programming languages until 1980, where they had their first big contract with a big company, well-known company, IBM, that asked them to create the essential software of this company. Following on this contract, they decided to go public a bit after 1985 when they released their first version of the Windows system. So they decided to go public right after that for a share price of $21 at the time. And just to give you an idea, now it is approximately at $255, which means they've done almost a bit more than times 12, which is really crazy. So with its main competitors that are Google and Apple, and they are all competing in the same industry, Microsoft is earning profit on three models. The first one, the more personal computing, that accounts for 31% of the total sales. The second one, productivity and business processes. And the last one, which is pretty new but taking a big part since few years, accounting for approximately 40% of the total sales, intelligent cloud. So as I told you, Microsoft has had a strong investment policy over the last few years, and I thought it would be interesting to get over the main and the biggest acquisition that they have made. The first big one in 2011, when they acquired Skype. So the online platform, the online exchange platforms such as Zoom now and Microsoft Teams and everything. In 2012, they acquired Yammer, a social network for the workplace, allowing people to work in groups and projects, share ideas, and get feedback, for example. And in addition to that, they also acquired GitHub in 2018, an open source software development platform. And lastly, in 2016, LinkedIn, which was the biggest M&A deal ever. I think it was interesting to relate that to the new strategy, being focusing on the cloud. And as a matter of fact, we see that in 2014, a new CEO came to Microsoft, Satya Nadella, and the first day when he arrived, he directly knowing that Microsoft wasn't at their best in 2014, and Apple and Google, their main competitors, were making surging profits. So Nadella directly came with its strategy from day one and immediately announced an intention to prioritize mobile and cloud. He also implemented a new culture in the company with greater emphasis on empathy, individual empowerment, positivity, and growth. And that was probably the right strategy because Microsoft came back at its best, and since 2014, Nadella has increased Microsoft value by 250 billion US dollars. So I think now we have a good overview of Microsoft, and we are going to present you the acquired company, LinkedIn.